Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Total Carping. It's actually a special edition episode, so to speak, this time. We're here for 48 hours at Willow. We apologise for being at the same place 3 times in a row, but we absolutely adore the place. The reason it being a special episode is that it is my birthday weekend, so we come down for a little social session really.
We've got a few friends coming down, we say about and that.
So that's about it really. We arrived here late last night. I was a little bit earlier than Josh, around sort of 3-4 o'clock. And Josh arrived sort of about 6 or 7 o'clock. It just started to spit with rain. I managed a couple of fish at about midnight as the temperature started to drop, and then nothing throughout the night until Josh started casting at some showing fish at around 30 yards. And you were putting a couple of spods over the top, weren't you?
Yeah, so I put a bit of bait out early last night with nothing really showing. I was just trying to get them on the go, and I woke up this morning to the delights of bubbles in my swim where I put the baits. I thought they're feeding there, so I moved my rods onto the baited spot, and it's been really productive all morning really. So every fish I've been putting just another spot of Steamies over the top, probably 20 baits. It's been doing the business. I've had 4 fish now and lost 1. And like Jack said, we are back at the same venue again, but they keep giving us reasons to come back. We're well looked after here, and we're catching some beautiful fish. So I think we'll keep returning, won't we, mate? Yeah, definitely. Let's hope we can catch some more beauties for you. So let's see what happens. Let's get it on. There you go, guys. This is the fish you may have seen me playing earlier on in the episode. A nice little lower double common. Really happy with this one. Not the biggest fish in the world, but a change of tactics, a change of rig, and even location. I saw a group of showing fish. They weren't taking a bait off the bottom, so I popped one up a couple of inches off using the hinge stiff, and boom, this rattled off literally within 10 minutes of casting. So changing the rig paid off, and yeah, really happy with this one. Worked hard, and let's slip her back. There we go, guys. The action is thick and fast at the moment. I just slipped back that little common, put the rod back out in the same spot, single at bait, and this beauty is taking it. One absolutely cracking fish she is. Oh, a little bit lively. Put up a great account for herself. Not the biggest fish in the world, but when they fight that hard, you've got to give them a lot of credit. It's not the most nicest day in the world, so to have a few takes is yeah, really good. We've enjoyed some good fishing here. We've got another 24 hours, maybe a few more, to have a few more fish out. So we'll slip this one back and hopefully get amongst the big girls. See you shortly. There we go, guys, number 4 in the session for me. Another beautiful little common. They're all quite similar, like I say, but you can't fault this fishery. A fish is a fish, all scrapping hard. This one looks like it's got a little bit of spawn damage. I think they're getting in the mood. We've seen them brushing a fast set of reeds. I know it doesn't look like the nicest weather in the world, but the water temperature is really hot. Putting this fish back earlier, I told Jack I was dipped his hand in, it's swimmable almost. But yeah, like I say, mint condition again, probably 11 pound at a push. We've not been weighing them, nothing too monstrous. But yeah, I've got to get that rod back out there. They're in the swim, so I'll slip this one back and hopefully see you again very shortly.
Right guys, time to discuss what's happened today. It's been very quiet since Josh's feeding spell this morning. He capitalised on it very well, but unfortunately since then it's gone completely dead. The bailiff about 5 minutes ago came around and had a short chat with us and said that there's been nothing coming out all day since Josh's fish. Couple of reasons. Maybe the weather's been very changeable. About an hour ago I switched my right hand rod over to an individual bait Ziggy, fishing at about 4 foot. The fish just suddenly came right up to the surface. Josh, you've got to take. Josh has got to take as we speak.
Are you on the zig?
On the zig rig. Let's do this! Well, we like to keep things true at Total Carping. We don't like to fabricate anything. And there you go. I'm doing a piece to camera saying that we would just change over to zigs, and it's gone.
There we go, guys. This beautiful comment interrupted Jack doing a small little insight into the weather changes today. The weather's been playing havoc with us, and the fish really didn't know what to do. We had a small bit of sunshine and the wind changed direction, and the fish came flying to the top. So I put a zig rig out with one of the Steamies ziggies, a black and white version, and spotted a small bit of the cloudy zig mix over the top. And it's done the business. I had to wait a little bit longer than expected, but I persevered with it and I'm really happy with this one. I think that's a great result. Not the biggest again, but an absolute pearler of a common. Let's slip her back. Right guys, after slipping that little common back, I'm going to show you through my basic zig rig. I think the zig rig's a rig that every angler needs their armoury. If you can't get a bite on the bottom, there's a good chance you can get a bite up in the layers. Obviously the fish might not be feeding the bottom, it doesn't mean they're not feeding the tool. So always have the zig rig ready to go. Let's start at the business end. What I've got there is a really size, I think that's a size 8 hook. My preference on that size bait would probably be a size 10, but me being Josh Earns probably come unprepared. That's the best I can do. On there is the ever faithful black and white Steamies Ziggy. That's probably my two favourite colours. I don't always fish them together, but I think Christian's come up with a great product there where you can fish the two colours together and it works a treat. You might notice I've got a small bit of tubing on the bend of the hook there. What I want to do is keep my bait as tight to that hook as possible. Obviously I'm up in the layers, visibility for the fish is a little bit better, so I want the bait to be the only thing on display, not the hook. I've got that attached to a 5-foot zig line, a bit of zig filament. Using the buoyant filament makes it a little bit easier, obviously it adds to the buoyancy of the bait. Sliding that down, so I can say 5 foot. I've got an anti-tangle sleeve, which kicks it out a little bit better, kicks it out a bit for me, which obviously aids the anti-tangle method. Straight down to a bolt rig setup, obviously leg clip, we've all used leg clips before. I've got no leader, you may see that there. People might ask why you're not using a leader. Obviously I'm casting a 5-foot rig already, I don't want to add to the length of that cast. When casting the zig out, obviously when you cast it on the bottom, I encourage you, if you don't already, to feel your lead down. When you're casting the zig, stop your rig as it's just about to hit the water. That will kick your rig out, avoid any tangle, and then let your lead fall freely to the bottom. If you feel your lead down, there's a good chance that the two bits of line come down together and merge, and that's when you're going to get a tangle. Also, another way to prevent that, a couple of bits of rig foam on the hook. It's going to add to the buoyancy, and then you know when those two bits of rig foam have come to the surface, you know your bait's being presented properly. So that's my zig rig. I'm going to get it back out there. I think they're still up in the layers, so that should get me another bite. Let's get it out there.
Right, there we go, guys, another minter of a common. This is my third fish of the session, but it's actually only the first one for the camera. Just noticed a fish showing at 40 yards. They moved in slightly shorter range. Just flicked my ever faithful hinge diff rig with a 16mm pina colada pop up on it. I've done the business everywhere I go with this rig at the moment. It seems to be doing the goods for me. So yeah, there's the first one for camera for me. Let's hopefully we'll have a few more to come. We're going to leave about 12 o'clock tomorrow, so we've got through the night until 12. Let's hopefully we can bag some more.
There you go guys, first biggest fish of the session, a 20-pound common and another pristine fish. Me and Jack have worked hard today. I think we're going to have a few more during the night. I think our hard work's really paid off. I think we fished really well to the best of our abilities, and I can't fault this place. Let's get this one back. Morning guys, it's our final day here. We're going to fish till about midday today, as Jack mentioned yesterday, so I'll give you a quick run through of how my night went yesterday. The previous night had been a bit slow for me. I didn't actually have a take until about 10 to 7 in the morning. The last night was a lot more active. I don't even see, but I look quite tired. First take for me was about, I think it came to about 20 to 1. The weather changed massively last night. The winds came howling at us and we had a lot of rain, and I think it spurred them on a little bit, turned them on. They were feeding quite heavily, so that was a small fish, about 9–10 pound. And then between then, I'm waking up about 6:30 this morning. I've had another 3 takes, landing 2 and dropping another 1. So yeah, a lot more fish action. Unfortunately the rain and the weather put us off using the camera so much, so we haven't got too much action for you, but I hope we have a few more today to show you a few more fish from this beautiful venue. Cheers.
Right guys, just run through what happened last night. As Josh said, the weather was absolutely horrendous last night. I was hanging on to my brolly for dear life. It wasn't quite as hectic for me, although my fish came more or less at the same time as Josh's first fish. It was about 20 minutes after that, at about 1 o'clock. It basically, my left down rod absolutely melted off, and after that I reset all the traps. Nothing else happened since this morning. I've reset them again, and I think I've anticipated a few fish this morning, but nothing's happened, so we're just going to persevere. We've only got sort of 2 or 3 hours left, and hopefully we might be able to bag you another one for the camera. So see you later. Right guys, it looks like we're coming to the end of the session now. It's about 12 o'clock on the last day. Unfortunately nothing's happened this morning, but I don't think we can put ourselves down. We've done well considering the amount of people around the lake. The lake's fully booked. We've done well to have the fish we've had, and the change of weather as well. It really has made them not really know what to do. If they've been at mid-water, you caught one on a zig yesterday afternoon, it was a great piece of angling. What can you take away from the session, mate?
I think it's sort of, being able to have the ability to chop and change. and being able to read the water sort of thing. And the location was a key thing as we turned up. Obviously it's a really busy day. We didn't have that much choice, but obviously the small amount of choice we did have, we had to get on the fish. And not only finding the fish, obviously that's a benefit straight away, but obviously being able to present the rig that they are going to take. Like Jack mentioned, I had one on the Zig. If I hadn't put that out there, that would have been a fish that I wouldn't have had. Like, it's been slow today, the weather's sort of, it looks sunny now, we've had rain this morning, the wind blowing right at us now, it's in the complete opposite direction last night. And so yeah, things have been really difficult, but I think we've gone for our rig armoury sort of thing, and I think we've done really well, mate, to take the fish we've had. I think we must have had at least 15 fish between us now. A nice 20 I had yesterday evening, that made my session. Jack had up a double as well. So yeah, I think we've done really well considering the conditions we've had. And like I say, if I could take one thing away from it, it would just be, just be ready for anything sort of thing. Don't sit, if you're not having a take and the fish are in front of you, there's something wrong. Maybe just your presentation, maybe the whole rig completely. So yeah, don't be afraid to chop and change and have a go at something else.
Yeah, that's about it from us guys. We're going to go out to our local town tonight as it's my birthday tomorrow. So
and have a couple of beers.
We'll see you later.
Have a good one, guys.